Good evening, everybody. This is RF Mike, and tonight we're going to be taking a look at a watch face that is called Black Glass HD. And this is a watch face that works on your Android Wear, square or round. It is a paid watch face. It is by Denight Apps, is the developer. It is for everybody. It does cost $1, I believe. No, it's 99 cents for this watch face. And there's quite a few different options you can do with this watch face. It has its own companion application as well. As you can see, it has been updated quite a bit. Removed AM and PM from 24-hour clock and bug fixes, internal release. There's a whole description about it. One thing, like it says here, important, please know that as an HD watch face, the file is a bit large and can take up to 5 minutes to transfer to your watch. This is normal. I had transferred it to my my round and square watches that I use, that you guys have seen in my videos, my Urbane and my Asus Zen watch, and it has worked quite well. We'll get into looking at those here in a minute. First, we're going to go over some of the features about it. Customizable digital and or analog displays, smooth second hand color highlights, blue, green, orange, red, pink, purple, yellow, black, watch hands. And that's the only thing you can change is just the watch hand itself that goes around the seconds hand. Background color tint, color number toggles, or clock number toggles, watch battery status, phone battery status, current date, and weather conditions. Those are the things that you will get with this. So let's go on ahead and take a look at the watch faces. First off, we'll start out with the Asus Zen watch. As we can see, it is in its ambient mode right now. So this is how the watch face looks when it's in ambient mode. And if we wake it up, you can see we have a nice smooth scrolling seconds hand, the time, and in the background you can kind of see these little gears in the back. They don't physically move, they are just there for show. You can add tint to this, you can add the date, the week, all that good stuff. We'll actually go on ahead and go over that. So when you physically want to change the look of the watch face, it does have the companion app like I mentioned earlier, Black Glass HD. First things you'll see here is we have sync to watch. There is also the smooth seconds hand, digital clock, color highlights. We have the background tint, clock numbers, watch battery, phone battery, current date, and then the weather conditions, and you can switch that between Fahrenheit and Celsius. And that is pretty much all of your options. Not too crazy, pretty straightforward. So say you want to have not so much a smooth second hands, but that jittery millisecond where your second hand just goes around. We'll go ahead and unpair that. Hit sync to watch. It'll sync to the device. And now, as you can see, the watch face has that every second tick to it on the seconds hand. We'll go ahead and switch that back. Say you want the digital clock below. We'll hit the digital clock, sync to watch, and as you can see, the digital clock pops up down below. Obviously, when that outline you only see during the ambient mode. And that is kind of a nice bright white. It's not super dark. You can see the difference between our notches for seconds going around the watch face when it is in ambient mode versus the nice bright white. So that is something to keep an eye on in case there's a color burn in. Next up is the color highlights. Say we wanted to change to a nice red. We'll go ahead and hit sync to watch. And when we wake the watch up, we now have that red. And the background tint, when we get into that, if we hit background tint and go back up, sync to watch, as you can see, we now have that tint going around the watch face. Since this is a square face, you can see that tint is not going all the way from corner to corner. It only goes for round, so if you have a round display watch face, you'll be okay. And then say you want your watch battery, phone battery on the watch face. We'll go on ahead and sync that. And as you can see, you get both your phone and watch battery in the same spot. That way you can see what your battery life is on both devices, or just one. So say we'll take off the watch battery, because you can always just pull down your notification on the watch and see. We'll sync. And now you can see it has switched to just one battery notification. as you can see right there. Next we'll go over the remaining features. So after you select watch battery, the next setting down is current date and then weather conditions. We'll allow both those. Hit sync to watch. And now you can see the watch face has kind of gotten crowded. We now have our current date, weather on one side, battery life on the other, and the digital time. So the nice part is you have all these options to turn off or on whenever you feel like. Next up, let's see how this looks on a round display. Here we are with the look of it on a round face. And surprisingly, this actually is working on the LG Watch Urbane in the print for the application. It had said that this does not work on it, but obviously my Urbane is proof that the watch face is working on it. It has not force closed. I've had it on here for a couple hours now and no issues. Just to show you guys that, I will go into the Play Store, and back here under the important, it said right here, Watchface does not work on the LG Urbane First Edition, Samsung Gear, Gear 2 smartwatches, or other operating systems like Tizen. So, obviously it is. It works on the Urbane. Now, I can't speak for the Tizen stuff because I don't own any Tizen watches. But, as we can see, if we light up our display, we have that nice smooth hand going again. I'm not going to bother going over all the same stuff that I did on the Square Asus ZenWatch. I will go on ahead and do the battery stuff just to see if it still does the same. Put them together. Yep, which it does. And it's actually doing it on both devices. So let's pull those into focus. And then we'll go on ahead and turn those off. And then if you were to do weather conditions, sync. And now you can see we have weather conditions and battery, which I thought I turned battery off. And I did not. Turn phone off, phone battery off. There we go. Now all our battery symbols drop away. And we have just the look of the watch faces with just the weather on both of these. So, there you have it. Again, this is the Black Glass HD. If you guys have any comments or questions about it, please leave them down in the comment section down below. This is RF Mike. If you guys enjoyed my video, please hit that like button, thumbs up, and subscribe if you are new. And I will see you all in the next one. Have a good night.